Hello everybody, this is Keats94 and welcome to another episode of Keats94's Geocaching Adventures here on YouTube. We are in Maple Ridge, British Columbia, and we're going to be out looking for some really creative, well thought out geocaches here along the Alouette River, not far away from me. So without further ado, let's go on a geocaching adventure. We still have a lot of snow in this area. It's starting to rain actually right now, but look at this big field of rocks here, a lot of snow. Just way too much snow. Gonna have to regroup here. Fortunately, a bit of a DNF with that one, as you could probably tell. Those rocks, all covered in snow, and I have a feeling it was a fake rock. Couldn't seem to spot anything that looked remotely like a geocache, so I'm gonna have to wait for that snow to melt because it's just not gonna work today. But there are more in the area, so stay tuned. Creative name for a creek, North Millionaire Creek. So I guess that means I'm rich now. So in Maple Ridge, there's a lot of horseback riding trails. On the Ridge Trail here, it's the Howdy section. Back when I started geocaching, Scruffster, the CEO of many of these caches featured today, was kind of the first geocacher that I saw with hidden caches in my neighborhood. So I went out and found a whole lot of his, and a lot of them were very well done. Scruffster has contributed tremendously to the geocaching map, so this episode is dedicated to him for getting me outside and getting so many other folks outside. So this is the Mill Creek Trail, and we're surrounded by a lot of houses here and a lot of dogs. And I'm gonna do my best to stealthily find this geocache. It is coming up in 41 meters. 41 meters, folks. Ground zero approaches. Let's see here. Gonna drop the backpack. Nope, nothing in there. Alright, I gotta pull up the phone and check to see how close we actually are to ground zero here. 7 meters, 4 meters, 3 meters. Geez, we're about here. The snow doesn't help. I know this cache is on the ground somewhere, and the power of editing, I have had to ask for some intel on this one because this is a really difficult cache. So I'm gonna hope that this cache is accessible. Huh. Oh, I feel something hard in here. Huh. Wait a sec. Folks. I think I may have spotted something peculiar here. Bada bing, bada boom. Holy moly, that's a clever hide. Look at that. You wouldn't even notice it. This series of geocaches pays tribute to a geocaching reviewer that passed away a few years ago named Wizard of Ooze. Wizard of Ooze, great geocaching name. And she contributed by publishing a lot of geocaches to the map. And this trail is called the Woo Walk. W-O-O, Wizard of Ooze Walk. And walking along this trail, we'll be finding a lot of geocaches dedicated to this particular reviewer. So, beautiful walk in the woods, the snowy woods. No bears so far, no heffalumps, no woozles. Okay, we're at the site of another geocache, and I just read the description. From prior knowledge, I have a feeling this is going to be a really creative hide, because this geocache I may have actually found a few years ago as a different GC code. GC code is that specific barcode, I guess you'd call it, that differentiates from geocache to geocache. So depending on the GC code, depends on that individual geocache. So that GC code cannot be used again. Side tangent, back to the topic of the day. We're gonna look for a really creative geocache. It's gonna be around here somewhere. I'm just gonna take a random guess. The name of the cache is called Lions and Tigers and Bears. Oh my. I want you to infer from that line which movie it is. Take a wild guess. Drum roll please. It's Wizard of Oz, of course. The very first movie I ever saw as a kid. And oh, we found it. So from the movie, you might remember a particular scene. Well, spoiler alert, folks. It's the ruby slippers. I found this geocache many years ago on the side of Brandy Mountain, and it has been revived as a geocache here in Maple Ridge. And it's frozen to the ground. Just a bunch of legs, you know. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. See the receptacle in there? And of course the container. But really creative hides out here. Geocache, please do not remove. So there you have it. We're gonna go ahead and sign the logbook. And here are some fun facts about Maple Ridge. Maple Ridge, British Columbia has a rich history that includes thousands of years of Indigenous occupation, gold rush settlement, and railway development. The Katzie and Kwantlen First Nations were the original inhabitants of the area. Archaeological evidence shows that the Coast Salish developed sophisticated farming techniques around 4,000 years ago. The discovery of gold along the Fraser River in the mid-1800s led to an influx of settlers. A community of Hawaiians, known as Kanakas, were among the first settlers on the north side of the Fraser River. Another very interesting fun fact that I actually got from my dad. So, anybody know the actor Colin Firth? Well, apparently, he used to live in Maple Ridge. Back before he was really famous. I think he was still relatively well known when he moved to Canada. But apparently, according to my dad, he could not find an acting job here in Maple Ridge or the surrounding area. So I found that a very, very interesting tidbit, and I thought I would pass that along. Apparently, Colin Firth used to live in Maple Ridge. Who would have thunk it? Okay, we are at our next notable geocaching site, and apparently it is hidden in plain sight. So I see a stump here, a nurse stump. I see something that looks a little bit out of place. Do you see what I see? Kind of in this area here. I mean, it looks like a piece of stump, but I'm gonna just carefully walk over here. This could be it. It might not be it. It is not it. Nothing, no logbook receptacle in here. We're gonna put that back where we found it. Try to be as non-invasive as I can to nature. Hidden in plain sight. Hidden in plain sight. Anything hanging in the trees? Gotta say, it's very quiet and peaceful out here. Another nurse stump here. Do you see anything odd? You might remember from a previous episode when I featured Central Park in Burnaby. A cache was staring at me basically right in the face. Still can't believe that. So I'm playing the game of do you see anything odd? Do you see anything strange? Because so far I don't see it. Okay. Found it. Found the geocache. And it is a really good hide. I want to give a major spoiler alert for this one, just based on the fact that yeah, it's really good. Come to Maple Ridge, folks. You'll not regret it, you know, as far as geocaching goes. Look at this. Okay. Do you see this? Do you see how, like, this? That's real moss. Like this? That's real moss. This is like legit. So, watch. Amazing. Wow. Hidden in plain sight. Big favorite point to Scruffster here. He deserves 10 of these favorite points from myself. If I could, I would. But anyway, fantastic hide, Scruffster. Gonna sign the logbook and move on to the next one. But geez, this is amazing. This is so memorable. Such a memorable geocache. All right, here it goes. Ready for the next geocacher to find. Good luck. At the site of another geocache. You got it. Gotta say, this one is a little bit funky, a bit off the trail. We're gonna see if we can crawl through here, avoiding slipping, and admire this amazing cluster of wood, albeit very rotten wood. And maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to find the geo. Of course, I slipped there. No one saw that. No one saw that. I'm at 2 meters here. 2 meters. And I have a feeling it has to do with this here stump and tree cluster. Maybe we should peruse the top of this cluster. See if the cluster will reveal the nugget. Okay, gonna inspect the top of the stump. There is no hole on top of the stump. I don't need no stinking gloves. My hands are cold. It be slippery up here. Check out the view. I may have to do a little bit of research on this one. Gotta do my own research. Not slip and fall and die. Like right now. Gonna just hug this tree. Huh. Look what I found. Another old style Pilsner. Beer. Looks like it is quite old. Definitely not the geocache. Well, folks, I think we may have found it. Not going to tell you how long it took me off camera to inquire about this one and try to find it. Not going to tell you how long it took me to inquire about this one. Probably should have. Oh, Jesus. Oh, what the heck? Oh my. Oh my God. Well, that cache is definitely worth a favorite point. Well, folks, that concludes another episode of Keys 94's geocaching adventures here on YouTube. I want to thank you all very much for coming along on this adventure with me here in Maple Ridge, British Columbia. We found some really creative geocaches today, and gotta say, if that was some inspiration to you, perhaps, you know, create a geocache like that and hide it in your neighborhood. And you know what, if you like what you saw, you know what to do, hit that subscribe button, because there are more episodes to come every Saturday at 5 a.m. So, until next time, happy adventuring and happy geocaching.